Greetings, YouTube, as I log into the game for the first time on this Tuesday. I love this background. It's amazing. It's fantastic. It's ironically designed by a good web designer, which is quite the sticky situation when you consider all the Spider-Men in the pic. And there are the villains. So, today I wanted to touch on something I didn't get a chance to touch on Monday. And that is how several people have pointed out on the forums and privately to me behind the scenes that they believe that there is a giant smokescreen going on regarding the ISO and even potential blessing of free 5-star issue. Now, this is specifically important to people who don't do the arena. Because if you do the arena, I feel like this change is a minor inconvenience. And also, if you can afford, say, the Daily Paragon special every day, or the Thronebreaker Daily and the Paragon Special, you know, you're not going to worry about this. So who are we talking about here? Low spenders, maybe free-to-play players who don't have the time for the arena. Those members of the community are sort of who are probably the most upset about this, although obviously there are others as well. So we have the daily cards available, and then when we went to updates, we had this Summoner Engagement Alliance event. Starting April 3rd, we're making major changes to make Alliance events simpler and more rewarding. Now notice, it says more rewarding. Not less rewarding, more rewarding. Kabam's words, not mine. Whenever I make a video that's critical of Kabam in any way, there are Kabam loyalists who comment, you know, you're biting the hand that feeds you, you're being too negative, you're being too critical. Here's Prof Hoff just ranting again on YouTube. Look, I'm just passing on the message that has been passed on to me. This is not an original thought I have in this video. So it says this event, along with Summoner Advancement, will include all of the rewards that you could previously earn in the other events and much more, including some of the rarest rank-up resources currently available. So all of the rewards implies that you lose out on nothing when it comes to what used to be Alliance events, like, say, Battlegrounds and arena combat. So let's look and call their bluff on this. Well, we know that it started out and it used to have premium shards and then eventually Grandmaster shards. Which, look, Grandmaster crystals, rare to get a free 5-star, but just like it's possible to get a 6-star in Cavalier crystals, it is possible to get a 5-star. I actually got some of the best free 5-star drop rates I got of any crystal opening I had of the year. This past week, when I opened 50 Grandmaster crystals, got a free 5-star Nexus and multiple other 5-stars in only 50 crystals. It was fantastic. So Grandmaster shards and premium shards might not sound like much, but of course, for the majority of players, you're going to be duplicating older champions, 3 stars, 4 stars, and even 5 stars. And for quite a few players, too, who have been playing the game for years, that includes quite a bit of max sig crystals, which then adds double the shards, of course, for the next crystal. So 3-star doubles the 4-star, 4-star doubles the 5-star, 5-star doubles the 6-star. You get the idea. So in this new Alliance event, it is worth noting, we've got this Alliance quest completion, Summoner Engagement, Battlegrounds, and Arenas, Battlegrounds Alliance event, and it gives you peak rewards, but also one of the things that it does is it eliminates the crystal shards. It eliminates the crystal shards, and most importantly, by eliminating the crystal shards, it eliminates ISO. So let's just go to the forum post to not waste time. As always, I give my man Brian Shadowstrike credit for sitting this over. New Alliance event. Josh2507 from Monday. The Summoner Engagement event is okay, I guess. I just don't see what the point was. Like, it already feels 3 years out of date on arrival. The rank rewards, for example, 1 to 5%, is what most high-level alliances can reasonably expect to hit. The best rewards in this section are 3 Tier 4 class Catalyst and a half of a Tier 2 Alpha. Kabam, your generosity never ceases to amaze me. So, you can see that you do get a number of unique things, but one of the things that are missing, of course, are crystal shards. So you'll still get the same amount of peak milestones, I think, that you would before in terms of energy refills. You'll still get the same, I think, number of units. And there are some different things that you'll get, potentially, including incursion artifacts, which we didn't get before, I believe. So that's exciting if you're looking to open a 5 or 6 star. And maybe that's Kabam's answer to this ISO complaint. Maybe they're saying eventually with the artifacts, you'll be able to open guaranteed 5 stars or 6 stars, of which the ISO and the value is better than a Grandmaster or Premium. But that argument still doesn't work because of relatively how little ISO you get for duplicating even a 5 or 6 star champion compared to, say, 20, 30, 3 stars or 4 stars in Grandmaster crystals. And so, with that being said, there's the Tier 4 class catalysts and the Tier 4 basic and, etc. Not everything in this game needs to have rank 4 materials and higher, says Vestus Cure. My understanding is that it isn't a progress-based event. It is meant to be replacing generic 1 to 5 day events that already didn't offer a lot. This event is fine. Stop looking for ways to complain about Kabam being greedy. So, again, I anticipate that's probably going to be a comment from somebody on this video. And I'm not looking for ways to complain, believe it or not. But as we go through these comments, and Kabam Jax does reinforce that the rewards to these events are not meant to rival higher end or other more engaging content, especially considering they're now handing out for simply playing the game. But here's Rotaga, who starts out saying, I applaud this intent. Okay, so when you say I applaud this intent, I don't think they're looking to be Mr. Negative or super, critical. But they're saying, I just take issue with the execution removing so many premium Hero Crystal and Grandmaster Shards from the economy, which has a detrimental effect on ISO availability. I'm aware that this is relatively insignificant, but I do not feel it is reasonable to consider the rewards like for like. And it's not just like for like, Rotaga. It is them literally saying in the in-game inbox message that it's all the rewards that we had and more. So they're not just doing a eye for eye, a one for one. They're actually saying this is better than ever, which is a smokescreen for the fact that that is not the case when it comes to those crystal shards, which do add up, especially when you need ISO and gold. The far side comments, was there a reason Grandmaster crystals and premium hero crystals were removed? The only thing I can think of is to limit rank up resources. The overall need to ISO is shocking. Maybe it meant for ISO is shocking. Alliance for events can't ever give great rewards since they're available to new players as well as in-game players. I don't think anyone that I'm listening to or even reading this is talking about rank 4 materials for 6 stars. It's the premium and the Grandmaster shards when it comes to ISO and gold that are less. You can still get them pretty easily, but again, a lot of people don't want to take the time in the arena and other avenues. But with that being said, it's disappointing. So that's why there's so much pushback. I think some aspects of it, to be fair and objective, are better. And I look forward to doing a video about, after a week of this, about the highs and lows of this, because Summoner Advancement at first felt pretty underwhelming to me, but my alliance was fortunate enough that first week to place high. And in that regard, the resources were really solid. And I did a video praising Kabam for a pro player move in that regard. But we'll see if I feel the same way about this objectively in about a week. Thank you for the feedback, everybody who commented on the forums and continues to talk about the ISO issue. Certainly, I understand it's a big problem between ISO and gold in the game. The economy of the game is dealing with that right now. It's why we don't see gold anymore in, say, daily card purchases, which is unfortunate, and yet the reality of the game in 2023.